and stars up everyone is doing muy bien out there. It is your girl Uniquely Destiny. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Y'all, it has been a nice while since I have come on here and done my nails. Um, but y'all, I am still in the universe. Hope everyone is having a beautiful, blessed Monday out there. Hope everybody has gotten a nice breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing my nails. I haven't done acrylic nails in a very long time, simply because I have been working on other things. Okay. Um, but yeah, y'all. Hope everybody is having a good day out there. I haven't been on here in a long, long time. But yeah, life is still going good. I have been like working and spending time with family and family visiting and all of that. So, yeah, I've been really enjoying myself, honey. Okay. Now, next month, I'm going to be real busy, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it. But, anywho, so today I'm just going to do my regular stiletto nail set and just chit chat with you all about, life and what's going on. So, here recently, like I said, I've had family come in and visit, and y'all, when I say I've had a good time, child, I've been living my life like it's golden. I have been really enjoying myself, just getting away from like, you know, regular day to day, but being able to work while my family is here and then also, work anywhere while I'm enjoying myself, y'all. Whew, that has been so much fun. Um, but yeah, y'all. In other news, I really don't have any other news other than, like I said, I've just been working and chilling and prepping myself for some upcoming ventures that I have coming up. And yeah, and I'm really excited about the ventures that I have coming up too, simply because it's going to take me to the next level with my nails that I've been looking for. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, really excited about that. Hey y'all, hola, bonjour, como estás? Hope everyone's doing muy bien out there. Okay. And so while I've been, like not on here as much, like going live, I still been posting my stuff here. But yeah, I've been over on TikTok. I be on TikTok, child. I be putting my stuff over there. I'm trying to build my little page over there too. But here we go. This is my nail. I think I'm going for this link. Hey, thank you so much for those thumbs up. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button. Thank y'all so much. But yeah, so TikTok has been where I've been, hiding. And then also I post a little on Instagram too. So if you want to follow me on any social media, it is the same as here, Uniquely Destiny. And you can just follow me over there. Well, on TikTok it's Uniquely Destiny, but on Instagram is Uniquely Des. So not Destiny, but just Des. But yeah, y'all, I have really been enjoying it. I have so many new um sets that I have done, not while being, live or whatever, but they are definitely, they're definitely worth posting, but I just haven't gotten around to it because Not on here. I post every, once in a while on here, but like I post on like my two other social medias, but then I don't post on here. So it's like, yeah, I gotta fix that up, okay? But anywho, here we go. So y'all, I hope everyone has been really doing well out there, for real, for real. I don't know what's going on in the nail world. I don't keep up. I don't talk to folks, so I don't know. So, well, I do know that some stuff was going on with like some prominent nail people in the community and stuff, but I don't know them like that to even be trying to worry about what they got going on. So that really is not of matter to me. But yeah, y'all, this is what's happening over here in the world of Uniquely Destiny. Okay. Um, a while back I did a freestyle set, and it's like cow print, orange. I don't even know if y'all can see it on here, but y'all, that was like one of my best sets that I've done thus far. Like to me, to me now, to me. And I'm thinking about actually taking that set that I did and like doing it on my own nails. You know what I'm saying? That was just a press on nail set that I did. I'm actually thinking about doing it on my own nails right here. We shall see. Because I want these kind of long. Like I got more family coming in this week. So I'm trying to get ready because I'm gonna be out in these streets, y'all. Like I have been. Yeah, I have been really enjoying myself. I cannot make this up, y'all. I've been doing all type of stuff. Traveling, going to see fish jump out the water, all type of stuff, y'all. All type of stuff. But my upcoming trip, well, my upcoming family venture that I'm about to, be on this week or whatever, I'm going to be on the ocean. So I'm trying to get myself together, um, so I can go see these dolphins and whales and orcas and all of that. So I'm gonna go a little long this time with my nails, cause last time when I had family here, which was last week, so I had family here last week, I had family here this week, and then I'm actually going back home. Um, yeah, I'm telling you, I just been traveling, doing what I want to do. But anyway, so I this past time I just did some good old what you call it, press on nails, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to press on no nails this time. I want to definitely do my own acrylic nails this time. So that's what I'm doing. Hey, oh, thank you so much, Mr. Sirham. Thank you so much. I try. I ain't been on here in a while, so I hope it's looking worse. So, um, but yeah, y'all. So before I move on, for those of y'all that do like to watch and learn, yeah, I'm seeing something. I can still see my nail bed, like my own nail bed. So I'm gonna go in with a another small bead, and just swipe that down. Swipe it up, and then we're good to go. Like I said, I want these kind of long, so We ain't gonna shorten them. We literally gonna shape them as we can. I kind of went over my nail bed a little bit, but we'll fix that up in a second. Now we're gonna move on to our next nail. And I did go ahead and dehydrate and prime my nails before I got on this live. So yeah, that's why y'all won't see me do that. All right. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all what acrylic I'm using today. So I'm using my Mia Secret. Same one I always use, but for those of y'all that are new, it is their nude blush powder. So like me a good old nude blush. And one thing that I had to realize in this nail game, you really don't need a whole lot of a different color acrylic. One color, child, do everything you needed to do. One color would do it all. All right, can I take this out? Okay, I could take that off. All right, so I'm gonna take that off, and then we're gonna move on to building out this nail here. So, like I always tell y'all, just take your time, get a nice bead, a nice bead. You don't want it too thick, you don't want it too thin. And then just go in, not too close to that nail bed, but close enough. And you're going to pat, you know, pat, pat. Make sure it's nice and flat and swipe. That's it, you know. And just take your time when you are doing this. That way you know that the bead is not as bubbly or bulky as because you don't want it too bulky, right? But even if it is, and you're still, you're a beginner and you're learning, child, just drill it out, file it out. You know what I'm saying? We all had to get to where we are in this nail game. And child, I'm telling you, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta go through trial and error to learn. So if it's bulky, it's okay, child. Just keep going, but try on the next time when you are doing like the next nail to not get it too, bad or whatever. Anywho, moving on. So now I'm just gonna make my little points. And then I just actually literally just went in and added that bead right at the tip. And then now I will expound and expand this nail and then just go ahead and continue to shape it in the shape that I am looking for. So of course I'm going to be doing this stiletto tip because that's my steed. Oh, make sure that you are keeping this brush nice and clean. So you see me wiping it off because, child, we don't want no clunky brush. No, child, we don't want no clunky brush, child. But if you get clunky, just make it unclunky by making sure you clean it, okay? All right, hon, okay. All right, so this is a pretty nicely built nail. However, it is a little thin right here on this side, so I'm going to go in with a small bead of the acrylic here. And then I'm going to just literally, because we don't want to oversaturate one side, I'm going to just literally go in like so. Pat, pat. Swipe, swipe, and then swipe. And that fills in that little thinness that we were seeing right here. But outside of that, or you could do a different way. I'll show you this way too, because I'm still seeing a little some. So you'll take a little bit of that acrylic, very, very little, okay? And you could just go on the side like this, okay? Could just go on the side, you know, pat. You'll still do your patting, right? And then you're swiping down and then you're swiping up. That way you know then for sure that you have gotten a nice even flow of that nail acrylic. Well, you've gotten that acrylic to lay nice and flat, excuse me. So, to each their own, child. Whatever you feel like you want to do it, okay? All right, we're gonna move on to the next nail. So I'm almost done with this hand, honestly. But I remember when I first started coming on here, y'all. Child, these nails used to look a hot mess. I'm telling you, child. Oh, they used to look a hot mess, honey. Yes, they did, but you can't tell me nothing. That's how I feel now. But yeah, tell me, tell me if y'all see something. Cause like, tell me. All right. All right. So now I'm gonna go in with a brand new bead to go ahead and get this acrylic started at the cuticle area. Now, some people do like to start at the tip and then build, but for the most part, you just gonna see me build at the uh, cuticle area, okay? All right. And then we're going to keep moving on. Now, you want to make sure that everything is not, too runny, or else it'll just run over and then you have to do a lot of cleaning up. And then you want to make sure that that nail bed is nice and clear from acrylic. Like I said, on this nail here, kind of went over that nail bed, but that's okay. We're going to clean it up, learn from my mistakes, okay? All right. All right, anywho, moving on. All right, so now we're going to go over this with another bead. And then we're going to move on. All right. All righty. So we're going to nice and flat, pat, nice and flat, pat, and swipe. You see how it's, once you swipe it, you see how smooth it is? It ain't just, too cray cray, none of that. No. You're just swiping and staying in place. Now, for this next part, you can do one of two things. You can go in sideways like I'm about to go, or you can just go in and just go in, like this flat way here and keep going horizontally. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and down, okay? That's not a good bead. Make sure you got a good bead or else it won't flow, okay? And make sure you don't have too much monomer on your brush, okay? All right, so a nice bead like so. So once you have that on there like that, look a little crooked, right? But we're going to pat, pat, and swipe it down and make sure that everything is nice and clean and succinct to one another. Pat, pat, swipe, swipe. Okay. This nail is a little long, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of that off, okay? Don't worry, we messed up that acrylic at the tip, but because it's not dry yet, you still can play around with it and get it molded to that shape that you're looking for, okay? Once you've done that, just go ahead and make sure everything is nice and in place, okay? And then make sure that that tip is as pointy as you like. And honestly, that's it, child. That's it. You have your nail nicely built, okay? Now, again, you might have to go in. If you're still seeing your own nail right there or whatever, then definitely go ahead and fill that in, okay? All right. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Just keep swimming. All right, so I'm going in with this thin part. This thin part, this thin acrylic right here. Because I'm still seeing, like I said, I'm still seeing my own nail, and we shouldn't see that. It shouldn't be like see-through, through there. Unless you're doing clear, right? And then we're just going to make sure everything is nice and in its place, okay? All right. Once we have everything nice and in its place, we can now move on, okay? All right. So I'm going to put that there. All right. Let's see. Let me see. I'm seeing something right here with this nail. which, yeah, actually we'll keep it like that. So now I'm gonna go in. Let me just make sure my brush is nice and clean. You might want to make sure you can, still go through your brush every now and again while you're doing your nails, and we're gonna keep going, okay? So now I'm gonna take my handy dandy molders, and we're gonna mold our thumb and build it out, okay? Mold it and build it out. All right, okay. So now, once you've done that, we're going to do what we've done on the rest of the nails here, okay? So I'm going to get a nice bead, and take your time when you're trying to get your beads. You can go in with a small bead like this, which I'll use this bead, because, the smaller the better, and the more flatter the nail acrylic to the bed will be. However, it's up to you how you want to, how thick you want that bead to be, which it shouldn't be terribly thick. So I just use this nail as an example of smaller beads and getting the job done. Because, you see, it's getting the job done. All right? Might not look like much right now, but in the end, oh, baby girl, it will be. It will be. Okay? All right. So going in with another bead. This will be our last bead for our cuticle area. And then we'll just focus on the tip. Okay? All right. Nice and flat. Nice and flat. Okay? And I don't know. Let me see. Is that better? Kind of got the sun glowing in my view, but I hope that you all can see. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and focus on the tippity tip, okay? And then we will get to drilling the things of the things, okay? So I'm going with this nail bead right here. And I'm actually going to go like so, okay? Simply because I want to make that base as nice and flat and as easily as I can, okay? So now once we feel like it's okay to move the bead forward, we'll do that. And it's going to be nice and, it's going to be nice and see-through, but that's why we called it building upon the acrylic. So now this time I'm going to actually go vertically, okay? And I'm going to just put that right there. I'm going to pat this in place, and then I'm going to go down, okay, and go up. Now, it's really up to you again, especially for those of you that are beginners, intermediates, whatever you want to call it. Do what feels right to you, but do it in the most right way you can, okay? So right here, you still can see my own nail bed. This is where it's important for you to be very observant and know where you need to be better, okay? So then I just did a flat bead there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that bead down here, bring it down here, and then we're going to bring it forward. This is just how I have taught myself to do it, okay? If you want more professional opinions and all of that, go watch the professional girls, okay? Um, yeah, this is what helps me. And then I just continue to make sure everything is nice and shaped. I'm not seeing my own nail on there, and then we're going to move on, okay? Let that dry. All right, so now I'm going to close my acrylic, and then I'm going to go ahead and get to um, I'm going to go ahead and get to filing the nails with my nail filer, okay? So because we're going for a, almost cat claw, then you want to make sure that you have a nice nail filer. So I'm using my 8080 nail file. Yes, it has been through the storm and the rain, child. Storm and the rain, okay? And so I'm just going side to side, going around the cuticle area, making sure I'm cleaning up any and everything I possibly can before I go in with the drill, okay? And do what works best for you, Take what I say with a grain of salt, but do what? Take it, okay? All right. So this is what it's looking like. Let me get in the light. So this is what the nail is looking like before I even drill the nail, okay? Nice, clean cuticle. And yeah, this one right here needs some help me. Okay, it's a little bulky. This is the one that we kind of went over the nail bed over, a little bit, but it ain't nothing we can't clean up. Okay, so again, learn from my mistakes. Okay, and like I said, y'all, I ain't did my nails in a while, but y'all, mistakes are bound to happen. Okay, it ain't nothing I can't clean up and won't clean up, baby, because y'all know I slays the day. I slays the day, baby. So, it ain't nothing to it. Gentle giant. That gentle giant than me. So we go just clean those cuticles up, right on up. Get these nails nice and pointed out. You can see I'm going under that nail and, working that side. Okay. So I'm going under, working it on the side. Okay. Then we're going to go around the cuticles. Okay. So you see me going around the cuticles. I'm just trying to get any of the excess off before, again, I go in with that drill. That way the drill isn't pinching my, cuticle area, or any of that. Now it will get close, but it won't be pinching the nail. You know what I'm saying? I mean, pinching the cuticle. However, do what works best for you. So we have seemingly cleaned up the cuticle area best we can with this good old 8080 nail file. And just make sure you are paying attention to it. If you have to turn it around and you're still seeing things, just go ahead and fix it, okay? Go ahead and fix it, okay? All right. So now the cuticle area is clean. Clean cuticle area, okay? So now we need to do this nail here, okay? That being our middle nail. Same thing, okay? Same thing. Get it nice and shaped however you want it. If you want square, shape it into, well, you should be, using the acrylic, molding the acrylic into a square shape if that's what you want while you're building your acrylic. But, it's up to you. To each their own, to each their own, child, okay? All right, so now we're going to go around that cuticle bed, same way we did that ring finger. Go around, clean it up, go around, clean it up, okay? And then once you've done that and it's looking nice and neat how you want it, just move on. Just move on, okay? All right. Yeah, I like these. I always do that. All right. So, I don't know what's going on. All right. I'm just pinching this side here so it can be something I didn't do with the rest of them, but whatever. So we're going to go ahead and just put our thumb here under this nail so that we can get a nice firm grip. Go in, file the nail nice and pointy, or however, again, you have shaped your nail while you were building it with the acrylic. And then we're going to get it nice and clean around the cuticle area, okay? All right. Once you've done that, then again, you just move on. So I'm just repeating the same thing I've done with the rest of the nails, okay? And you're being gentle with your cuticle area, okay? Very gentle. You don't want it to, you know, be bleeding and all of that. Or maybe you do, because I know some people who bite their nails, like, and bite their cuticles. I'm like, ew, how can you do that? But, it's not preferable, okay? All right. So once we got there, I just see a little bit there. Once we got that there out the way, then I'm just going to go under all the nails, make sure we ain't got no little hangies. And then we're going to go here with our thumb. File it. Get it nice and filed. Go around the thumb area as well. And then we're going to bring in our handy dandy drill. Okay. All right. All right. So once we've gotten all of it nicely done, then we're going to just make sure that we get all of that, excess off of there with our handy dandy brush. Now we bring in the drill, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and start off by using my head here, and then I'll switch it over. And so just taking my time going across the cuticle area. Okay, and I have it on a speed of 2 right now. So it's not going as fast because I don't want it to saw off everything that I've done. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, it just sped up on its own to 3. So there we go. All right, get it nice and clean, okay? And you just take your time. Now, if you're seeing little crusty dusties in the corner of your nail, maybe you need to go ahead and get them off. But make sure that nail is nice and clean, okay? Nice and clean and pristine, okay? All right, so we're going to move on to this nail here. Take your time. You ain't going in too hard. You're being very gentle with your cuticles and yourself. And I say practice on yourself. That way you know when you get customers or whatever, how they feel when you're doing their nails. You know what I'm saying? That's just the best, advice I can give. Like I said, not a professional. If you want more professional views and opinions, go visit their pages, okay? All right, so now I'm just going over here because I'm seeing a little something in this area here, and I'm just going to clean that up, okay? Just going to clean that up, all right? Do the same thing here. All righty. All right. Make sure everything is nice and even, and it should look like that, okay? All righty. Moving on to the middle nail, same thing. Taking your time. I might be going a little fast because I'm kind of used to doing this, right? But trust and believe, I'm taking my time, y'all. I'm looking at everything, okay? Everything. All right. Get on that side there. Take your time, okay? All righty. There we go. Next, we go here. Taking our time there. And I will be going live more and more, y'all. Like I said, I just be on TikTok. So I just post more content. I've been posting more and more over there. So we'll get back in the algorithm here soon. Alright, let's get this nail here. Alrighty. Once we're done with this, then just do another last minute check. If you're seeing something, go ahead and fix it. If I'm seeing something here, I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. And then we're gonna move on, okay? All right. Usually I would encapsulate these, but I don't think I'm going to encapsulate them today. I think I'm going to actually just let this be. And then we're going to move on, okay? So essentially, I'll show you all what they look like before I move on. So they look like this. Nice and flat and nice and even. Okay. Nice and flat and nice and even. Excuse me. I don't know why. Every time I come on this camera, I get to doing that. Hey. um, so now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to actually go in. I need to actually wash my hands. So I'm going to wash my hands with a little bit of soap here with this little thing here with some soap. And then we're going to come back. We're going to use some cuticle oil and our buffer. Okay? Yes, you heard me right. So we're going to use those two items and then we're going to move on. Now, I think y'all can still hear me okay. I'm just going to wash my hands and get everything nice and clean. Alright, got those nice and washed. Okay, got those hands nice and clean. And now they look like this. Okay, see how I see them? They look like this. Okay, so now we're gonna take just a little bit of our cuticle oil, and sometimes y'all will see me put it on the actual nail or on the actual buffer. But for these purposes, I just put it on here. So we're going to get it nice and buff, clean. All right, do the same thing over here. Nice and buff and clean. Now I got these buffers off of Sheen. 50 come in a pack. I think at the time, I don't even want to lie to y'all. Sometimes I remember how much it was, sometimes I don't. But I want to say they went up like $2 for 50 of these little buffers. So let's check Sheen out. Alright, so I'm getting all the way back there. All the way across the nail. On the side of the nail. And then we gotta do the pinky. Everything under there, no little catchy daisies. Loosey Susies. Okay. And essentially, this is what they look like after we have done that part. Now I'm going to spray some alcohol on them. And then we're going to gently wipe them off. Gently wipe them off, okay? Hey, Crystal. How you doing? I'm doing good, girl. I'm just not seeing your message. How is your family? All right. So now, there we go. They're nice and clean, okay? So I don't have a color right now in mind. I really just want to come on here and do my nails. You know what I'm saying? Like just build the acrylic. Tomorrow, I promise to come back and we will do my non-dominant hand. And that is always a show in itself. But yeah, so we have this hand done. Um, and like I said, I don't know what color yet. So if y'all have any suggestions about colors, definitely drop them in the inbox or drop them. You can't drop them in the inbox here, but drop them in the comments if you have any suggestions. I'm open to all. But being that it's fall, I'm probably going to go with something more fall and then cow printy. So I want a cow print on my nails. You know, I love me a good old print for my day oneers. So I might go with cow print or something because, again, I'm going to be, you know, in these streets. So I want this to be like, dang, girl, who teach your nails? And I was just like, but I want it to be like kapow, but still homage to the fall. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So let me know what you're thinking. And like I said, if any of these tips help you all, definitely take them, use them, apply them. Once I'm licensed, I can give you more real, in-depth um feedback, a little bit more pristine and intuitive to what I'm always sharing with you all about my nails and when I'm doing them. However, in the meantime, in between time, beginners or intermediates like myself, keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Just make it fun. Have fun with your nails. Don't get frustrated. And even if you do get frustrated, take what I always tell y'all, take a step back and just breathe. Okay, it's okay. You're gonna mess up a few times. That's okay. That's how we learn. We trial and error. But yeah, you got this, okay? All right, my lovelies, I'll be back tomorrow to do my nails on this hand. I'll probably come back a little earlier tomorrow to do my nails on this hand. Probably, let's say about 10 o'clock my time, 12 o'clock Mississippi time, and then we'll go from there, okay? All right, well, until next time. Bye, y'all.